Hello, beautiful people. Hello, hello. I am jumping on real quick. Many of you that are here and watch and listen know that I'm still figuring it all out. you know, I'm figuring out a schedule. I'm figuring out the look, the feel. And that's cool, man. We go with the flow and we create as we go. And that is what we're going to talk about today, because I realized that I know I had talked about, manifesting at some point, I think in some of these videos, and really the importance of words. I know I've talked about that, but we're really going to focus in on it right now. Because you guys also know I am very keen about vocabulary and how, vocabulary changes so much over time. But yet the universe kind of sees it as the same often. I know I've used different examples. So it is the morning here in the South, and um, we're preparing for probably some crazy weather. So I just wanted to get this out. So this is a random Stars of the Morning Light morning. This is me in the morning. I am usually bouncing in the morning. By the afternoon, I'm like, oh, I'm done. um, So good morning, everybody. Whenever you're watching this, hello, good day, good night, hello. Remember, it's always good to be here, be grateful. The power of gratitude is amazing. Um, it's just amazing. Like I said, I'll say it over and over again. So once again, let's say it again. Um, the foundation, in my belief, to any beautiful spiritual growth is gratitude and meditation. That's it. Don't make it so difficult. We make things so difficult. Yeah, keep it simple. Like my dad used to say, don't take life so seriously or you'll lose the point. Have fun. And I know that I had talked about the energies of April, guys, and this week, man, this week has been, let's say my flame has been popping. I'm crazy right now. I'm pretty crazy, with passion. I'm crazy with passion. Um, so I gotta kind of, my husband, even when he leaves for work, is like, be good, Courtney, be good today. Cause I got so much passion for everyone and everything that, it can come off a little crazy. So let's talk about it for a minute. Manifesting or manifest. It's interesting. When I was in college, I have a fiction writing degree with a minor in African American cultural studies, and I went to a really good school. I did. It was in the South Loop of Chicago. It was Columbia College, Chicago. Very good program, and we had to do this um, practice in that program, uh, that we would kind of just go around in a circle and say verbs, but we were not allowed to put ing at the end for whatever reason. We just had to randomly pick out of out of our subconscious. They kept trying to get us out of our subconscious, like grab a word. And so when I first started typing this up, I kept typing manifesting. And I'm like, no, just put manifest, instead of the ing. Because yes, the ing makes it the act of, but really it's a verb. It is a verb, and we're doing it all the time. We are doing it all the time. So for that word, manifest, actually has always had two definitions attached to it, because we're doing it all the time, or two concepts attached to it. Especially, you'll see when I break it down, that especially in the late 1800s and kind of like the turn of the century. I was, not so much anymore, but I was a big reader of the classics, especially like Russian literature, anything, the classics, okay? And the word manifest or manifesting was used a lot during that time period, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it was used a lot. And that term, if you look it up in the dictionary, it will give you a few different definitions. One of those definitions is just to demonstrate. Just to demonstrate. Like a verb. Someone is doing something, they're demonstrating something. And that can be either good or bad. See, the energy of manifesting, it is all neutral. It is all completely neutral. It is not good nor bad. It is neutral. It is our words and our intentions that give it the identifying marker as to if it's going to be positive or negative. But the energy to manifesting is neutral. And we're doing it all the time because we're demonstrating stuff all the time, aren't we? And it could be, in tons of works from, especially it was very interesting. It was used a lot right before the turn of the century. But it could say something like, Paul is manifesting signs of depression. Peter is manifesting a poor work ethic. Meaning they're demonstrating this, they're showing this about them. And we tend to not think of it that way, especially in today's world. The word is just popping off all over the place, which is good because, like we learned in the last video, 5D is instant manifestation, instant. So it's growing, that's why it's on everybody's minds. And we want to manifest good things. So that's why I'm here. That's why I want to talk about this. Because I don't think I covered it in depth. So we're manifesting all the time. Because aren't we demonstrating something all the time? Yeah. And then the kind of metaphysical, spiritual aspect, the new agey stuff that we represent it as or think of it as, the word manifest. And it's always been that, don't get me wrong. You even go back further. Celtic writing will talk about manifesting. It had both. It had both definitions, and we're learning that here a lot, that these words that we throw around, that we just use, have multiple different definitions. So that definition, the metaphysical one, would represent the unseen becoming the seen, the unseen being delivered to us, manifesting, as we all use it for the most part today. But those two definitions still apply. They said both definitions apply because we're manifesting all the time. We're demonstrating all the time. This really came to my attention that I didn't talk to you guys about it because I'm putting together a lot of videos for a moon manifesting course. 25 years of experience in that course. It will be on a platform, but before I do that, it's going to be on, I'm going to do like a 4-hour Zoom class. So you can always go to starsofthemorninglight.com and sign up for that class. I believe it's May 22nd. You can get 25 years of experience of manifesting there. And if you haven't attached yourself to Stars of the Morning Light yet, please do so. There is so much information. There's so much stuff going on. And definitely here, subscribe, like, share it, enjoy. If you know somebody that might resonate with the stuff that's happening here, Send it out to them. So moving on. If we are going to acknowledge that those definitions are happening all the time, that we're demonstrating, we're manifesting all the time, I'm going to give examples of like real life stuff here. Then we need to pay attention to our words, don't we? I'm going to take a minute to talk about words versus intentions, because there's a whole lot of talk about intentions as well. Intentions are great. We're going to break it down. Intentions are wonderful, but I'm going to tell you right now, people, right now, my beloveds, right now, our words are so powerful that they will override intentions any day of the week. Always. They will override it always. Okay? Always. One of the main reasons as to why that is because our words can be words. Our words can be objective, even though they are usually very passionate. Usually they do have emotions attached to them. They don't necessarily need to be. They don't need to have emotions attached to them. Intentions always will have our emotions attached to them. They will. So yes, to truly manifest what we want and what we desire, we do need our intentions and our words working together. We need to identify what our intentions really are. We really need to identify what they are. Because they are, if our words are so powerful, and think of all ancient texts. First there was the word. In Toth, the dweller said a word, and there goes Atlantis. I know I already covered this. Do you see what I'm saying? We have that power. Because we have that flame, we have that divine flame, that divine spark within us. We have that power with our words. And that is why it's called spelling. We're casting spells every time we talk. Every time. We are creating the cause and effect and the demonstration via our words. That's why they override, they trump, they will always override our intentions. Because our intentions are a little bit hard to identify now, aren't they? Because they are attached to our feelings. And intentions, if our words are basically the vehicle to start the cause and effect, the vehicle to propel things forward, the vehicle to manifest, then our intentions are like the fuel to that vehicle. The gasoline, I don't care what you call it. It is the engine of that vehicle, right? That's what our intentions are. But our intentions alone can't do it. Our intentions alone can't make it happen. There has to be words. Once again, why they also override them. Because our intentions are thoughts, our intentions are feelings, our intentions, we have to truly get down to the heart of the matter of what's going on. I'm going to give an example here. And I'm going to use it in the law of three. The law of three is not the same as the power of three. Two completely different things. But the law of three clearly states any harm done to another, and it could be another as in person, place, or thing, any harm done by ourselves to another will come back on us threefold. That's the law of three. It's up there in the cosmos. It's what happens, people. So it's basically cause and effect. If you're going to put harm onto somebody else, that's going to come back up on you, right? So here's an example of just everyday life, how we're manifesting and how our words override our intentions, because we usually don't even take enough time to identify what our intentions are. And our words are working all the time. All the time, guys. Right now, my words are working. That's the energy they have. And when they're attached, because they're also attached to our voice gives it the frequency. I'm just pausing for a minute. Take it in, man. Take it in. That's why when I do Akashic Record readings for people, I always have them state their name, because their voice is sending frequency up to clearly identify this is your story. You see what I'm saying? And some people have the power of voice, others, it doesn't matter. It's still your voice. It sends the frequency out even more. So, here's an everyday life situation that I know most of us have all seen something similar. And I know I saw it a lot in my early 20s. When I was out at the bars and everybody's young and we're being young. That's the best way I can put it. Let's say there's a couple, and I'm just going to use male and female. Okay, I'm just going to use that to tell the story. It can relate to anyone or any situation. Let's say, okay, they broke up. The guy broke up with her, right? And she is hurt. She is in pain. She is upset. But yet both parties are still out at the bars because you're young and that's what you do. And he starts dating somebody else, like within a week. And I know everybody has seen this go down. Some kind of variation of something like this. So there's heartbreak over here. There's, trying to start a new thing over here. And she, the one who is in heartbreak, is just running her mouth to everybody in that bar. Just running her mouth. She is talking mad smack. She's talking real dirty about him, the new girl. She is just running her mouth. Because she is unconscious. She is not thinking about what her true intention is. Her true intention is to release the pain. Her true intention is to get over the hurt. Her true intention is to relieve herself of all that, to feel better for a moment. But her words, right? Her words are backstabbing, complaining, talking mad smack. Talking very harmful towards these, the girl and her ex. Talking very harmful. And it goes on. We've all witnessed this. I'm not trying to, and it could be in any variation. It could be in a work setting. It could be in any kind of, and we just know it. And it doesn't have to be male, female, whatever gender, non-gender, it doesn't matter. We've all seen this kind of scenario. Well, the true intentions there are not really to, harm these guys, harm her ex and the new person. That's not what the true intentions are. The true intentions are to relieve the pain, the confusion, to feel good and loved and respected for a moment. But her words are not of that. So time goes by and, things start to slow down and she kind of is starting to get over things and moving on with her life. And maybe she's dating somebody new and time has passed. And then all of a sudden, so much negativity hits her like all at once, threefold. She gets into a car accident. She loses her job. the new boyfriend's definitely not working out, whatever it may be, all of it starts to pour on her, which then causes even more of a reaction because why me? Why me? Why me? More talking, more talking, more talking. Why me? Why me? Hurt, hurt, hurt. When the true intention is to not, yes, we all do need to vent. I'm not saying that. But we need to really identify what we're trying to do with our words. This is what I'm talking about here. That's a perfect example as to how your words override your intentions, because we don't normally even acknowledge what our intentions are, and our words are working all the time. And they manifest. She just manifested the law of three into her life, and so much negativity came back on her. Let's see it in a positive way, that our words can override our intentions. A lot of people, no matter if you're working with a counselor, a life coach, whomever, oftentimes at some period in our awakening process, we come to grips with the fact that we feel unworthy. I will say 90% of a lot of us do. And even the people that appear to be very confident and have a lot of self-worth, it's a facade. So usually at some point during the process, we have to start working on that. It's a lot of shadow work. It's a lot of work. And so a counselor, a life coach, someone will tell you to do an exercise of, and I've done this, guys. Like I said, I'm never going to say, or I'm never going to ask you to do anything that I haven't done myself or willing to do myself. So there was a time period in my life, and I know many others, that we've had to look in a mirror every day, see ourselves, and then say, I love you. Tell myself that I love myself. And of course, the intention there was just, at first was like, oh, they're telling me to do this, so I guess I should do this. And then it kind of turned into, well, I don't really know if I feel this way, but I guess I can't harm anything. Because the feeling was not there. Clearly, if they're asking me to do this, and they ask tons of people, I'm not the only one. A lot of people do this, or need to. If you need to do this, please do it. It will change your life. But the emotions aren't there. The emotions of actually feeling worthy, or even because of such crappy feelings about myself, the willingness to even kind of change isn't so much there. It's kind of like, oh, yeah, well, I'm a piece of crap anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? Like that's how bad it can get. But you do it anyways, speaking it out with our words, looking at ourselves in the mirror and saying, I love you. I love you. I love you. I can guarantee if we do it every day, at least try to remember 3 times a week. If we do it every time, and I always repeat things 3 times. I love you. I love you. I love you. If we do that, those feelings, they will come. And when those feelings come, then the intention comes. And now the intention is there. And now the intention is, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm feeling a little bit, this must be working. Okay, my intention is to keep going. My intention is to feel this more. My intention is to keep practicing. My intention is to start experiencing my worth. You see, layers. Intentions are layers. Layers, layers, layers. Same as the girl from the story I just said, the girl at the bar. She had a whole lot of layers going on there with her intentions, but her words were just all over the place, right? So our intentions are harder to identify. And that's the aspect of manifesting that is a little bit more difficult for people, because we are manifesting all the time via our words. They are the driving force. They are the engine that could, or the car that propels it. You know what I mean? It's our words drive the manifesting. When we want to manifest such wonderful things, our intentions and our words have to be aligned. That's why we always got to look at our intentions. We always got to think about, what are my true intentions? And because they're based on feelings, oftentimes we really have to look at our feelings. I suggest every morning, when you're having your morning coffee, your morning tea, when you're doing whatever you do in the morning, sit for a minute. Just ask yourself right quick, because in the morning, for most people, I know there's a whole lot of people that are not morning people, but they do wake up slowly. So sometime in the morning, ask your intuition, ask your subconscious, ask your heart, what are my true intentions today? Because yes, we can choose our intentions, but oftentimes we might be missing the ball. We might be missing the mark. We might be missing the mark because they're wrapped up with our feelings. So really tune in and say, what are my intentions today? And just give yourself a minute, just a little bit of space, just a little bit of space. What are my intentions today? And allow them to be presented to you. It'll take a little bit of practice, but allow them to be presented. Because your intentions are actually never wrong. It's just always hard to identify. And we need that identifying marker, because our intentions mixed with our words is what is going to give this natural energy of manifesting. It's going to, when our intentions are mixed with our words, that is going to give the manifesting energy its identifying marker. It's going to identify the outcome. You know, my husband used to say, Courtney's in the business of outcomes, and I'm still in the business of outcomes. I want us all to have the greatest outcomes. It's kind of a joke in the house, because my mind is focused on outcomes for everyone and everything. And I come from the nonprofit world, which is nothing but outcomes. So I don't know why I shared that. Probably because it is my main focus. Oh, what's the best possible outcome for the entire world? But that's where we need to be. We need to individually go, okay, what could be the best possible outcome for today? For today. Mix our beautiful intentions with our powerful words. Tag that manifesting energy that is neutral with that, and give it its identity. Give it its purpose. Give it its reason for delivering to you. That's how powerful we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is how powerful we are. And that is why we are manifesting all the time. Our words are doing the work of manifesting all the time. And we have to start identifying what our true intentions are. In some circles, they'll call it checking our motives. We got to check, man. Because if our motives tend, a lot of times they'll be like, especially if it's a heartbreak or a fear of some sort, And, fear tends to be losing what we have or thinking we're not going to get what we want. Well, those are these earthly concepts that we need to let go of. But let's say there is fear. Let's say there is low self-esteem. Let's say there is betrayal. Let's say there is something that causes hurt within us. Well, then our what we tend to think as humans is, oh, I'm going to get back at that guy, or I'm going to boost myself up to feel better about myself, or I'm going to, whatever this case may be. Is that our actual intention? No, our actual intention is to release the fear, release the doubt, release the pain. But we put all this reversed words onto it that then just make the matter, they make the matter worse. It's crazy what we do. And all of us are doing it, man. Point and take, because all of us are manifesting all the time. Driving this cause and effect, as we've been talking about, driving all of this, because it is us that are putting these identifying markers onto the energy of manifestation, onto this neutral energy. Man, we have the power to flip the script like that now, don't we? The power. Our words are the power. So, like I said, both definitions still apply. We are demonstrating all the time. We're manifesting all the time. And we also have the desire to take the unseen and bring it into the seen. And we're doing that also all the time, completely unaware of it. So, my lovelies, I say every morning, really check what your intentions are, what your heart says that you desire for that day. Claim it with your words, attach it to that manifesting energy, and to really get even more of a divine practice in. That's what mantras are all about, aren't they? And I've used everything for a mantra. I mean, you can use whatever you want for mantra. It's not like you have to use the same as everybody else. You can do whatever you want, people. It's your life, it's your words, it's your power. So I switch it up all the time. But one that I do, I keep it real simple. One that I tend to use every day. Every day, I put my hand in my heart, and I will say, I am happy. I am healthy. I am beautiful. Because I'm using my I am statements. And don't think that that's not going out to that manifesting energy and bringing it right back to me, because I am happy, healthy, and beautiful. You see what I'm saying? I'm claiming it with my words, and I'm keeping it simple, because isn't that that's what I want. I want to be happy, healthy, and beautiful. That is what I am. And beautiful in the contents of just a lovely spirit. This is just what it is. So that's what I mean by that. You can keep it simple, but the best way to start really understanding how powerful your words are is start using them for your benefit, not your detriment. Because we are manifesting all the time. So, my lovelies, that was, I don't even know if I broke that down as well as it needed to, but have that circulate through your conscious, your subconscious, your heart, your throat, your words. Have it all kind of move around. And know that we do have the power to change any circumstance in our life, around us, planetarily. We have the power. Like I've said it a million times, and I will continue to say it until my dying breath. Well, maybe by my dying breath, everybody will know, so that'll be cool. I'll say something else. I'll be like, peace out. We have the power. We are gifted as us beloved humans with that divine spark, that divine flame. That flame is exactly the same as the light of the cosmos. It's exactly the same as the light of the source. It can override anything here. So the power comes from this. This right here. The power comes from our words. So I love you all. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you so much. I do. I love every single being here. Even the bad ones, man. Because you gotta hug your demons too, you know? I just love them. Love, 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 love. That's the best mantra. Love, 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 love. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Namaste.